for my class.
I believe we're recording now. I've got good audio, and all you need to do really is just talk to Jan, and I may ask you a couple of questions too.
Okay.
Just to have you talking. That's pretty much it. So
Tell us what
just
you've been
relax.
doing the past 25 years. Been teaching still.
I'm still teaching. Your class was the first class that I taught. I started teaching in the fall of 1970, taught girls health 3 days a week, and it was the year our schools integrated. And I think I had just about every freshman girl plus a few of the senior girls from Campbell in my health classes. And then I started teaching government in the fall of 73 after Ms. Grant retired. And therefore, this is my first graduating class.
That's right. And you've been teaching?
I've been teaching, no, I stopped teaching, thank goodness, I gave up health. And I started teaching government, and I taught several classes in 73. And I've been teaching government ever since. And this is my third year to teach the advanced placement government.
Oh, wow.
And so things have changed. Of course, we're no longer at the old school.
No.
And, oh yes. And as we moved, of course, we gave up things such as the open campus, you know, where you could leave to have lunch, those things. And the bigger we get, like all schools, as you get bigger, there are more rules and restrictions. And things have changed a lot, and people have changed.
How have they changed?
I don't know if it's hard to say. I think a lot of it is the students are, in many respects, much more mature about some things, but they're, in some respects, less responsible in others. And I guess we had that generation of, you know, it's always someone else's fault. But basically, kids are still very good. It's just that the attitudes are much different.
One of our earlier interviews was talking about a difference in the value systems that we, you know, from back then to now. Do you have any comment or observation on that?
Well, I think our value systems have changed greatly. And possibly a lot of it is due to there are more children going home to watch videos and TV. And one of the things I think that is sad about our society is there's less interaction between the children and their parents. And the computer has taken over for a lot of the entertainment, along with the TV.
Who are some of the people you remember from this graduating class?
Oh dear, I think I'll get the right class. It's been so long, of course. Well, of course, I remember Jan. It took me a little while. I had to go back and remember Jan Dobbs. And then I remember that in this class we had Bruce Moore and Elizabeth Dunn, and I believe Greg Miller was in this class, and Janie Evans, and I have to think. And we had mentioned earlier Mary Jo Anderson and Karen Biggers. And I remember Valletta Shepard and Ella Faye Abercrombie, because those two gave me a run for my money my freshman year. And if I remember correctly, let's see, Karen Wallace may have been in this class. Karen Jo Wallace. And it was a very good class. Joe Hamrick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Karen Lazarine works up at the high school with the computer, running grades and that type of thing for us at the high school.
And Janie was a coach for a while.
Janie was. She left, and I'm not quite sure what she's doing. She has a daughter that is a junior at the high school. And then, yes, I do see a lot of my students. I used to say, have I taught your brothers and sisters? And then some years ago, they started saying, you taught my mother, or you taught my dad.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, well, I've been around a long time.
Jimmy Blackburn, I know his kids went for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm. I think Jim Burns was in this class.
Yeah.
I just have to think a while because I can get some of them.
And Rodney Dean, he
Mm-hmm.
was in my government class, he sat in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Have little notes.
And John Swearingen,
Yeah, Nibble.
Nebel, and I'm just trying to think. Karen,
Williams?
yes, Karen Williams, and Charles Pollock, who transferred from another school.
Very, very smart.
Very, very smart.
Very smart.
Uh-huh.
Computer smart.
Do you recall any special memories or events or funny things that may have happened back then?
Gosh, I don't know. It's been so long. I remember one of the things that we used to do that we don't do anymore and haven't for years is we used to have assemblies.
You don't do that anymore?
No, we haven't had assemblies for years, and we would have the 50s assemblies and those type of things. And
Teacher appreciation
T-shirt,
day,
yes,
everybody
uh-huh.
for your favorite teacher.
yes, yes, all that type of thing. And most of that's not done anymore. I think that, I'm just trying to think. I think I started, it was after this group, I started sponsoring the freshman pep squad for a while.
Yeah, we
But
did
that wasn't this group. I think it was the year or two after that. And I just remember that it was a very good group of students. And I guess because I always felt like, well, this was my class because it was the first class that graduated that I had taught.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
We had it with Mr. Cooper too, sort of. He graduated with us because he taught 73, 74,
Mm-hmm.
and moved on. So.
And I believe, if I remember correctly, oh yes, Stuart Cato was in this class. I remember Congressman Wilson spoke at graduation, and we were out there at the football field.
Mm-hmm. We're the only ones that did that.
Yes, the next year it was
year
going to be there, and it rained them out.
Right, so we had his Coliseum.
And we have stayed at the Coliseum since then. But I do remember Congressman Wilson came.
You had a party for him.
I had a party for him, and then I remember that Stuart Cato painted a picture of the old high school, which it'll always be. It won't be TGR, it's always the old high school. And that was the gift we gave Wilson because he was relatively new in his job, and he was collecting East Texas memorabilia.
Wow.
So things have changed, I guess, a lot. Some things change a lot, some remain the same.
Anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to give the class a personal message?
Oh, I don't know. It's been so long. It's hard to think of what type of message to give them. I guess it's incredible to think that it's been 25 years since they graduated from high school. And by this time, most of them have become very settled in their jobs and in their professions and with their families, and probably many of them even have grown children. So I think that this is a reunion to look back upon the achievements they probably made since they have left high school. And it's always nice to read and to hear about our former students and to know that they're doing well.
Great.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I'm sure that they have all changed and will be difficult to recognize a lot of them. I know 25 years does a lot to us in age also, and we have changed a great deal. And we probably change, in some respects, probably as much as they have, because it's more difficult for us to recognize how much we have changed, maybe in the way we even do things.
You can. Everybody.
Well, I would like to. When is it?
The 31st, it'll be here.
Of July?
July.
July. I'll try my best to
Okay,
come.
I'll send you the invitation.
I would love to see.
Get a copy of the video.
I would love to see everyone.
Everybody like to see you too, because you did. I mean, you taught every girl.
I taught all the girls. There were a couple I may have missed, and I taught several of the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got I forgot I was all.
I've got it. All right. Now
Yeah,
shake
I
your
did
hand.
teach them. Yeah, I remember. I guess I should remember that I had a government class that had, excuse